Hey guys, happy April. Spring's officially here, and honestly the market is doing some really interesting things right now that I think you may want to hear about. So whether you're buying, you're selling, or you're just keeping tabs on your investment, we are back with the monthly market report. And this month it has a few numbers that on the surface may look a little alarming, but when you put them in context, that's my job. They tell you a really important story about where this market is heading. So stick with me throughout this one because there's a lot to unpack here. And real quick, before we dive in, I built something I'm genuinely excited about and I want to tell you about it at the end of this video. So stay tuned because if you're a buyer or seller in Oregon, you're going to want it. But let's get into it. My name is Joe Skipper. I'm the owner of Skipper Realty Group, brokered by eXp Realty here in Oregon, and I help buyers and sellers throughout the Willamette Valley. Wilsonville, Lake Oswego, Salem, Kaiser, Portland Metro. We help you get the best results possible on their biggest investment. So if that's something you need, like and subscribe because I do this every single month. And as always, keep in mind these numbers are reflecting March data since that's our most current data. 1 month back, that's just how the reporting worked. Let's start with the median sold price, which came in at $681,150 this month. Now at first glance, you might look at that and say, well, that's down from $745 last month. And you'd be right, it is down month over month. But here's the number I want you to focus on. Year over year, we are 6.4% up compared to March of 2025 when the median was sitting at 640,000. So yes, we pulled back from February's strong number, but we're still meaningfully higher than we were at the exact point last year. And that's the trend that actually really matters. 1 month isn't gonna make the market. What matters is the direction over time, year over year, and we are moving in the right direction on price. And honestly, a little cooling month over month after February's jump is completely normal. The market doesn't go straight up month to month. This is a healthy, breathing market doing what it should do. Okay, days on market. This is the one I really want to talk through because this number is going to raise some eyebrows. The median days on market this month came in at 89 days. That is up significantly from 55 days last month. And year over year, we're up 1,520% compared to March of 2025 when homes were selling in just 5 days. Now I know what you're thinking, is this market falling apart? And the answer is no, but let me give you the context here because that number needs it badly. March of last year was one of the fastest moving markets month to month that we had in a long time. 5 days on market is almost unheard of outside of a frenzy environment. That was an outlier, not a baseline. So comparing against that number is gonna make any current data look very dramatic. What this is actually telling us is that buyers have slowed down and become much more deliberate. They're taking their time, they're weighing their options, and they are being thoughtful about major financial decisions, which is good. That is actually healthy buyer behavior. What that means for sellers is that the days of pricing your home aggressively high and watching it fly off the market in a week, those days are long gone. Buyers will walk right past an overpriced listing and they will not look back. Price it right, period. So the inventory this month came in at 37 active listings, which is down slightly from 38 last month and down about 11.9% compared to this time last year when we had 42. So after that big surge we saw in February where inventory doubled, things have settled back a little. We're in a more normalized range now. So what that means practically is that well-priced, well-presented homes still have a good audience. This is not an overwhelming flood of inventory burying your listing. But there are enough options out there that buyers are not feeling desperate either. It's a balanced environment where the quality of your home and the accuracy of your pricing are what separates the listings that move from the ones that sit. And then the sales to list price ratio, which I always love to highlight because it cuts through a lot of that noise. So this month we came in at 98.68%. Last March, that number was actually above 100%, meaning homes were selling above asking price in that environment. So we're obviously not in that environment right now, but 98.68% is still really solid. Sellers are getting very close to their asking price when they're priced correctly. Buyers are not coming in with lowball offers and winning. There's still a demand. The gap between the list and sales price is minimal, and that tells me that this is a healthy floor in the market right now. So what does it all mean? April is showing us a market that is moving at a more deliberate pace than last year, but that's not a bad thing. Prices are up year over year, inventory is stable, and sellers who show up at the right price and the right presentation are still getting very close to their asking number. So that's not a crash. This is not a bubble popping. This is a market that is finding its footing in a higher rate environment and adjusting it accordingly. The Portland Metro as a whole is seeing the same pattern. More days on market, steady pricing, buyers being selective. It's a more balanced market than we have seen in years, and balance is actually a good thing for everyone. So for you sellers out there, the days on market number is the one you need to internalize right now. Buyers are taking their time and they have options. If your home is overpriced, it's gonna sit. Even if it's normally priced, it may sit. And a listing that sits starts to get stale, and that stigma is real. So come out of the gate priced correctly, get your home looking its absolute best, and you will find the right buyer. It just may take a little more time. We walk every seller we work with through this process from day one: professional staging consultation, marketing strategy, pricing analysis, all of it. For you buyers out there, you have more breathing room right now than you've had in a long time. Sellers are really motivated and negotiable on homes that have been sitting. Rates are still in that mid 6% range, and while that is not the 3% range world we would love to have been in, historically speaking, it's not a bad number. If you've been waiting for a movement where you're actually have leverage in a transaction, this is closer to that moment than anything we have seen in years. So my final 2 cents is stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Perfect conditions do not exist in real estate. What exists is the right strategy, the right timing for your situation, and the right team around you to execute. So whether you're buying or selling in 2026, if you have a goal, let's build a plan around it. Now, I promised you something at the top of this video, and here it is. So I built a free resource app specifically for my buyers and sellers here in Oregon. We're talking full buyer's guides, seller's guides, new construction guides, home search links, mortgage calculators, preferred lenders, preferred inspectors, local community links, our website, everything in one place sent directly to your phone. No hunting around, no 17 browser tabs open at midnight, just everything you need built for this market, completely free. So if you like that, drop your email or phone number in the comments, shoot me a text, or click the link below and I'll get it to you personally today. And if you want to talk specifics about your city, say Wilsonville, Lake Oswego, Salem, Kaiser, anywhere in the valley, drop it in the comments or give me a call. I know these numbers and I am here for it. And finally, if you got value out of this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a monthly update from me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.